Hello, what's up, you guys? From J45 here, and I'm back with Belladonna. Of course, I'm back with it because it's a lovely game and whatnot, and more reading because why the flip not? As my consciousness grows stronger, so does my hatred for my husband. Each morning, he brings me with him down to the laboratory and places me in a corner. There, I will stand for the rest of the day, still as a statue, silent as death. Occasionally, he will throw me a glance or a smile. I find my body smiling warmly back, almost like a reflex, and this indoctrination disgusts me. I'm a living decoration, a breathing statue of flesh, his wind-up toy bride. But little does he suspect my eyes are darting across the room secretly and attentively following his smallest movements. I carefully memorize every step he takes, every note he writes down, every tiny detail of his ghoulish discovery. If only he knew how fast I am learning, what willing student I am. What? I don't know grammaticals. As of late, he has even picked up the habit of explaining his scientific work aloud. It helps me think, I suppose, and I nod and smile and give little encouraging laughs at all the right places. He is muttering his darkest secrets to me, and I drink it all up. And oh, if only he knew just how close he brushes with his own demise. Hundreds of times each day he is close enough to me for my hands to reach up and snap his neck, my strong fingers around his throat slowly squeezing the precious life out of him. Geez, getting murderous, aren't we? But no matter how close he stands, my arms will not move. I am a prisoner in my own corpse, staring out through glassy eyes, but unable to will any action into my own dead limbs. Call for me and I will walk. Ask me a question and I will talk, but my rotting brain is unable to form initiatives of its own. I am a golem following orders. Yet with each passing night, my willpower grows stronger. I write my thoughts down diligently and practice my mental capacities with all the resolves I have. The results are slow but reliable. One day soon, I will have the tenacity to strike. And as soon as the time comes, strike I will. One of these days, his lovely life-size doll will suddenly find the power within her to execute his swift revenge. All seriousness, this is going down! And I think I hit my mic, I don't know. Okay, wardrobe!
That's a big wardrobe. I bet you could hide a corpse in there. Actually, I better not open it and check.
I don't want to open it, thank you.
Let's take a look inside.
Oh, hey,
Coils of rope. I wonder why we're keeping rope in the bedroom.
What's this way? Holy smokes! Music! Oh my goodness.
Is she dead?
She
doesn't move a muscle, yet she sits upright. She's like a mannequin of human flesh.
This is a journal page.
A note.
Failure. The attempt was a failure. I could not lure my lost lover back into her deceased corpse. All my preparations in vain. All alone now. Not one to turn my key. I knew it! The wife's alive! So the wife's dead.
The lid is shaped like a heart and has a tiny keyhole. Whatever's inside must be very precious.
And tiny key might be able to fit in there.
I wonder if this key fits.
And then there's another key. I wonder what this goes to. Oh wait, I think I have an idea.
There's a key hidden inside. A very important one.
Alright. Well, lady, you're about to be wound up because I think this is your key, because hearts go to hearts and blah blah blah. And this is where the creepy eyes open, yep. Oh, it's like staring into the galaxy. Hugs! Oh my goodness, hugs! Happens! Amazingness!
Clara,
Oh,
it
I
really
don't have
is
to talk.
you. I was so certain I'd never see you again. You didn't wake up.
I woke up. I've been wandering lost ever since, trying to find out what's going on.
How are you feeling? Do you remember me?
I have no memories of you, or of myself, but I found some notes lying around. I can only assume you're the one called Belladonna?
I am Belladonna, murdered and reanimated by Dr. von Trauerschloss. At first a mindless mechanical doll, but I slowly regained control over my brain. And when the time was right, I broke free.
I saw the doctor's body.
Yes, I crushed his skull. Standing over his blood-soaked remains, I was free at last.
But where did I come from? If he was dead, was it you who brought me back?
Yes, my love. You were the only thing on my mind as I stood there, alone and victorious. I had secretly watched the doctor's process, and I desperately wanted to believe that I could get you back. I unearthed your grave and carried your dead body down to the laboratory. I did everything right, to the smallest detail, but you didn't wake up. And my time was running out. I can't turn my own key, and now that I was alone in the castle, I knew my life force would run out quickly. But for all my effort, you remained dead, and with no one to keep me vital, I eventually sat down here and just stopped.
But I did wake up.
Yes, apparently you did. Your body had been in the ground for quite some time. Perhaps that made the reanimation process slower, but with your key powering your brain directly, you did not have to go through the drawn-out, sluggish wake-up. I take it your cognitive powers and language have been with you from the start.
Well, yes.
Excellent. Then I have even improved on the doctor's method, but I doubt independent thinking and free will was ever in his interest to reproduce.
Do you think you could do it again?
Create more of us, you mean? Yes, I hold the secret of life and death, and I plan to use it. The experimentations must continue.
And the two of us will have no place in this world.
Quite right. So, we'll make us a place. Dead bodies will never be in short supply. We'll make more of our kind, a whole new race of the damned.
Where do we start?
I know for a fact that there's a fresh body lying out there in the Great Hall.
The doctor.
His flesh, at least. We won't be using his wretched brain. I've already destroyed it in any case. But the body will do. We will have to find a few other ingredients. Will you help me?
Of course I will.
Thank you, my love. I'll carry the body down to the laboratory and start with the preparations, and in the meantime you can help me with a few other things. The doctor's brain is completely destroyed. I made sure of that. I don't think any of us want his villainous brain back amongst us. We're going to need to find a new one. Secondly, we will also need some clockwork parts. We have to manufacture a force to keep the dead body going. Thirdly, not only the brain, but also the head and the cranium were damaged. If we can find a new head, that would save a lot of the reconstructing effort.
This is definitely a wonderful game.
I saw a brain preserved in alcohol down in the laboratory.
Oh, you did? That's good. That, my dear, is the brain of baby Lucas.
Your son?
Lucas was never buried. The doctor had the body cremated very quickly and thus incinerated all the evidence that the corpse was not complete. He had stolen the brain and kept it for himself. I don't know what he claimed about not planning on resurrecting his child, but the truth is that he kept the brain all the same.
And now you want your child back?
No, my dear. It's just a brain. I wanted you back, so I took great care to preserve your personality. But this brain is young and has been dead for very long. I suppose the creation will be my child, in a way, but not my son Lucas.
Dude, I'm sorry. I didn't know I get some clockwork. Yeah, head. I
Well,
don't
we
know
need to
about
find
that.
a fresh human head.
Yes, I've smashed up the head of Wolfram rather frivolously. I'm afraid it's beyond rescue. I was thinking of my grandmother, Francesca Canosa. I'm sure you've seen her portrait in the study. She was buried some time ago, but her cranium should be sufficiently preserved. She rests in the mausoleum in the cemetery outside, but there is a hidden way into the tomb behind the armor in the basement.
Was it Francesca's portrait I saw in the study?
Yes, Francesca Canosa was my grandmother. My family moved to this country several generations ago. My father, named Hugo, gave me the name Belladonna to allude to our ancestry. I was the last of the Canosas, and I acquired the name von Trauerschloss through marriage. And now, well, now I'm not very concerned with human family names. We will not reproduce in a mother-daughter kind of way, so what use will we have of family names?
Your grandmother. Will it not cause problems to attach a woman's head to a man's body?
No, I don't see how it would make any difference in this new race of ours. We do not even reproduce sexually, so not even that significance is relevant.
Wait, what?
What do you mean
I
we
don't
don't
figure
reproduce
like that.
sexually? How do you know?
I spent quite some time with Wolf from Dead, and mindless, you know. I can safely say that, though we do experience all the physical sensations of intercourse, we cannot become pregnant or bear children.
Okay. Birds and
I see.
bees.
I'll go take a look behind the suit of armor.
Thank you.
Did I used to have
Did I
hair?
used to have hair?
You had beautiful hair. Unfortunately, I had to shave it all off in order to operate on your head and open your cranium.
Oh man.
Will it grow back?
I don't rightly know. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see.
Hope it does.
Yet, you're not bald.
This is gonna be a
I
long
was
video, but who
revivified
cares?
directly after my death, when my body was still fresh. You, my dear, had been in the ground for quite some time. I had to reconstruct large parts of your decomposed corpse.
That explains the metal construction holding together my skull.
I have my fair share of screws and bolts myself, but they are carefully hidden. I opted to sacrifice your pretty hair so that I could work more on preserving your brain. Something the good doctor did not do for me.
I want to ask something else.
I'm here for you.
What is this I'm wearing?
What is this I'm wearing?
I'm so sorry about that. I covered you in scraps and bandages I found in the laboratory. I had to cut open and discard most of what you were buried in order to stitch you up. I want you to know that my plan was to be right next to you when you woke up, to help you understand and to find a proper dress. I'm so sorry it didn't come to pass like that.
Okay.
On my way in here, I killed a cat. It was in my way and it felt so natural to just dispose of it. It worries me a bit.
How so?
I may have a functional brain, but what about a soul? Shouldn't there be something in me stopping me from hurting others? Or at least making me feel bad about it?
You're right. It did come very natural for me to murder my husband. But I'm not too worried about this. I have no desire to commit unnecessary killings, and I do have control over my actions.
What if you are raising an army of cold-hearted mass
They
murderers?
won't be mass murderers any more than you and I. And besides, why should we prioritize the lives of the living above the lives of the dead?
I want to ask something else.
I'm here for you.
Okay. Why did you put the wine?
Why did you put this wind-up mechanism in?
Yeah.
Yes, the damned doctor had placed my wind-up mechanism in my back. It goes straight into my chest and heart, giving me a strong central of power. But it is placed outside my own reach.
You can't turn it yourself.
So, you can't turn it yourself?
No, I can't. I have to depend on others. That's why I chose to put the key in the back of your head, well within reach of your own hands. I know what it means to not be in control of your own existence, and I will never put someone else in the situation I'm in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. I'm here for you.
And a double click, but it's not gonna matter.
I'll start looking for the objects then.
Thank you. Come talk to me if there's something you're unsure about.
Alright, well, like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my game vids. Of course, I do more game vids. It's the only thing I can pretty much do. But yeah, thank you and have a nice day.